This is not the overnight trip that we thought we were taking.
His bag is gone.
Hello everyone, we are Robin and Graham. If you've been following along with our Peru series, you know we just finished a tough but beautiful 4-day hike to Machu Picchu along the Inca Trail.
In today's video, we hop on an overnight bus to make our way to Lake Titicaca. What starts as a smooth journey quickly turns into a traveler's worst nightmare.
So we've spent most of today just kind of killing time here in Cusco, going from cafe to wandering to get a few errands done, back to our hotel just to relax in the breakfast room, which I'm pretty sure they're pretty happy to get rid of us because we spend a lot of time just sitting in that breakfast room. So
overnight buses are super great because you don't have to pay for the accommodation obviously tonight because we're on a bus, but that also means you have to find somewhere to store your bags. So our hotel was kind enough to let us store our bags there all day, but we did take advantage of their common area until we left.
They stored our bags and our bodies at the same time.
But then we grabbed some pizza before grabbing all of our stuff and heading to the bus terminal here in Cusco. Now, it's definitely busy. Everyone is yelling the destinations that they're selling.
Arequipa, very popular.
Very popular. And it's lined with a whole bunch of shops and companies. So we booked our tickets online, so we just found the company that we were going with and went to their stall. We then had to grab our physical tickets, and now we found a nice spot up here away from the quiet, or away from the loud chaos of downstairs. So I'm really thankful for it because we are very early. Alright, so we have just made it onto our bus. So we booked with Avalos Tours. Now these seats recline 160 degrees. When we were trying to see which one to book, it looked like there was 3 different options. One reclined 140 degrees, so that's like 45 degrees. Then we got the 160, but there are buses that recline 180. So if you really want luxury, 180 is definitely like their first class. But we thought before the bus started to get going, we would give you a little bus tour. So the seats are really large, bigger than regular bus seats. It's kind of set up so there's 2, so Graham and I are sitting together, and then there's a solo one on the side. So honestly, really quite comfortable. I am happy with it. They have a little jet out here for you to rest your head. Now the big thing is that they have this footrest that you can bring out, pop your feet on, and then you can recline your seat all the way back. It's really far. The only thing we found though is that my sister is sitting right in front of me. If she was to recline hers, it's like pretty much right on top of my leg. So if there's someone sitting behind me, I probably won't be reclining all the way. And maybe I'll have to put my backpack underneath of this little footrest because there's just not a ton of space when everyone is reclined fully back. But honestly, I think it makes for a really comfortable ride. We have a little outlet area, just one USB port so you can charge your phone or something. You have a little cubby hole and a little cup holder too. So I feel like it's going to be a really comfortable couple of hours. So this whole journey to Puno is supposed to take about 7.5 hours, I think. We leave at 10 p.m. and we're supposed to arrive at 5:30 a.m. So we'll see if it stays on time. This is our first bus here in Peru, first overnight bus for sure. So I'm really curious how it's going to be. We'll show you the bathroom in a little bit. Oh, and something else the bus has is if you don't know your seatmate, there is a curtain you can divide it with. But I'll keep it open.
The clock was 21:59, and as it turned 2200, we started reversing. Literally on the second we left. So impressive. Well done, Peru. Okay, it's been about an hour, and I think it's time to get some sleep. The ride's been very, very smooth, even though Peru has a crazy amount of speed bumps.
A lot of speed bumps, but
So-
our driver is being super gentle over them, so
Yeah.
I'm super thankful for that.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get some sleep, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
His bag is gone.
Well, this has turned into quite the day. An hour ago, when we were all sleeping, someone actually stole my dad's day pack that had his wallet, obviously phone, laptop, passport.
Which is the big one.
And it looks like someone else has gotten their stuff stolen as well. So they're both talking to the bus driver, but this is not the overnight trip that we thought we were taking.
No, this just reminds you to keep everything as close as possible and as safe as possible. Not saying that they weren't, but just it can happen at any time to anybody. Just terrible.
Yeah, and Graham saw people, because he didn't sleep very well, walking up and down the aisle too.
Like,
so
kind of
obviously they were
all night.
scoping something out.
All night they had been checking stuff out. So
Yeah, so obviously they were waiting for their stop to quickly swipe a bag because Dad was right by the door and head out, which is just, it's so awful.
it's awful.
It's a big deal when your passport goes missing because you need one to go to another country, which we were planning to tomorrow. Or even get home. So
It's
we
time
will,
time to do some problem solving now. I
yeah.
think. 'Cause
So we're
I think
gonna
next stop's gonna be make a bit of a plan and I think find a new place to get a passport, which would be the nearest Canadian embassy.
Well, we're back at our Airbnb, but our group has unfortunately split up for right now. So my dad went and followed the police to the tourism police station today, got all the paperwork signed out because obviously the stuff is gone. We're not getting it back again.
Yeah.
So started the paperwork for a new passport because that is like the worst thing that you can lose. Everything else is replaceable and we could have gotten by, but the passport, you need your
Just kills ya.
passport. So the
Kills ya.
only Canadian embassy here is in Lima, which is on the other side of the country from where we are right now. So they flew out or are currently on their way to the airport to hopefully fly out to Lima from the city that's just outside of Puno on Lake Titicaca. So hopefully they can get a flight out there and get that process started right away. But as for our travel plans,
Out the window.
completely changed.
Absolutely different.
So we were supposed to go and do, I think, like a week and a bit in Bolivia next. Like we were supposed to leave tomorrow, but obviously with one of our people not having a passport,
Makes it tough.
that makes it tough. So we figured the best thing that we can do in this situation is just cancel all of our Bolivia plans and just explore more of the beautiful country of Peru. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Cindy, Graham, and I are here. We're going to slowly make our way back to Lima, check out one more town before we fly back. So
Yeah.
then hopefully we'll be reunited and everything will be okay in like 3 days.
Hopefully it's smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. So
Fingers
anyways,
crossed.
that definitely put a damper on this whole area. I think we're all just feeling a little exhausted, a little
up.
negative, and just
Yeah.
on top of that, the Airbnb that we're staying at was also overcharging what they had put on booking.com, so we're ending up paying more. So it's just like, it just seems like a lot of negative things are happening
the
right now.
energy is certainly off
So
right now.
we don't want to end the video like this. This happens when you're traveling. Things go astray. That's why it pays to be flexible, adaptable. Don't have your heart set on something. We know we'll be back to Bolivia someday.
Hopefully, yeah.
So now we just get to explore more of Peru. But anyways, everything should be okay. Everything will get replaced. It's totally fine. It just takes a little bit of patience and work. But we thought to end this video on a better note. We are going to do what we came here to do in the first place, which is to explore Lake Titicaca.
So come with us as we're going to go explore Lake Titicaca and try to turn this day around.
have come to La Rosetta for some lunch here, considering it is already 3 p.m. and we have barely eaten at all today, but I guess that's what stress does for you. But our walk around the town has been really nice. We haven't seen very many tourists apart from this main square area. We were hoping to maybe see if there was a place where we could maybe hop on a boat to see the floating villages, because that's what Lake Titicaca is mainly known for. But with everything that happened this morning, we kind of ran out of time, so we decided to just walk around the city instead. It's definitely a lot smaller than Cusco, which I personally am liking a little bit more of the peace and the quiet. But I think this food is really going to help us to explore a little bit more. Well, I think this is where we are officially going to end the video. We are absolutely exhausted from today.
Yeah.
And need a chill night.
Yeah, this day I had such high expectations going to Lake Titicaca and then hopping on the bus and continuing all the way into Bolivia, and just obviously didn't go that way, which happens sometimes. So you gotta kind of roll with the punches and make the best of the situation, which I think we did, and I'm really, really excited for what we've got coming for the rest of this trip.
Now we just get to explore more of the beautiful country of Peru.
Exactly.
And we're really trying to not let this one negative person taint our view on the country, because the locals that we have met here have been
very wonderful
so
people.
Wonderful, so kind, so helpful.
Yeah.
The people who are helping us today, we really appreciated. So it just happens sometimes. There's bad eggs in every country that you
Theft
go to.
happens everywhere.
So we just gotta roll with the punches. We're getting it sorted out, and we'll be back with my parents in a couple of days.
And continuing on our travels and continuing to explore Peru.
But I am glad we forced ourselves to get out and at least walk around Lake Titicaca. We didn't, unfortunately, visit the floating villages, but that's
We'll
okay.
have to come back.
On
Good
to the
reason
next
to come back.
adventure. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, maybe learned something from it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Do you think if I talk this loud, the camera will pick it up?
No, just talk a little loud.
Like this? Okay.
Talk.
I don't want to talk. Everyone's sleeping.